God, we'll speak now about the karmic sensitivity of the new era, which is highlighted primarily in matters of relationships between couples, such as human equality, women rights, male chauvinism, and using men. As well, matters of human equality in leaders who have power over many people in any area of life. The karma connected to gender lessons create in this age fast exchange of gender the next lifetime. Therefore there are many men who are homosexual and some lesbian, heterosexual and bisexual. In past ages men were too chauvinist toward women and women used men. Their karma makes them in this age born to the other gender. The AIDS disease was created because the law of karma cannot accept on earth too much sex with no love with many partners as this people like, and suffering of not having natural fit genitalia to enjoy sex. Creation is in rush to develop humanity through both genders' experiences, especially after the World Wars and Jewish Holocaust, where men who were envy at gentle women abused them cruelty and killed them. In the new age men and women should develop strong and mature selves through both genders' experiences, for the sake of internal inner integrity, and honor of the rights of the opposite gender as equal. I, God, happy that we arrived to the second millennium in planet Earth, and expect in the modern age that the conservative institution of marriage will collapse. In this new millennium people will experience more freedom in personal and social relationships, high level of awareness, and more life in tribal communes. Men and women will not abuse and use each other as in the past. In the high astral dimensions people live in communities groups in harmony, without need for money or bondage of any kind. The communes are not sexual free among all people, but there are all kinds of sexual experiences with no lies because people are more psychics to know if their partners are not faithful. My beloved grown children, dear people, you are asked to forgive and try to be ethical and honest, even in this age when you are going through difficult lessons of your emotions and passions, because you are more developed in the soul and the emotional body. Temptations are great in this era of computers almost as in the high astral dimensions, where people magnetize easily to partners by the power of thought. It is no longer possible to demand that people be married to one spouse, or work at boring and hard jobs all their lives. Overall, considering the difficulty and quickness of life, particularly on planet Earth, we can say that the laws of karma demand refinement now, but it depends what is the nature of the karma. Indeed, in the second millennium the law of karma is in moderation in matters of divorce and sexuality, which brought an era of more freedom. The level of karma or grace is influenced by the soul level and age, and its lessons in every age. This means that behavior relating to karma in relationships, with multiple sexual partners, secretly or openly, which can be healthy for the soul development and the emotional body in this age is less strict. Yet, still cause fast gender change in the next life if the karma is heavy with many people. It is important to behave in fairness, out of consideration for others, with less lies. The karmic laws change according to the spirit of the era, and the balance required for a particular planet and its condition. In the modern words, human beings have changed and evolved to higher level, as such are exposed to higher level lessons. They need to experience more because of their development in order to be happy. The frame of the last age was too restricted and conservative. People in this era need more personal fulfillment in couple relationships, appropriate work that will enable them to experience freedom of working so hard for small amounts of money, more honor and pleasures, and extensive fields of study. We wish that humanity will be able to overcome karma through freedom, love, and joy. Unfortunately, we realize that most people in this rotation of creation elevate their bad karma in the third dimension stars not through ways of happiness and joy, but punishment and suffering because they were very cruel in past lives and don't change so fast. Therefore the law of karma still exists. The laws of karma will be refined, and mankind will live without fear or apprehension. When humanity will change and become more mature, when the society will be more balanced and experience collective and individual inner completion, harmony between humans, and high level of inner happiness through connection to divinity. The last rotation of creation was praised for its society, regardless that they were not illuminated as people in the current creation. They had high evolved emotional experiences of love and sex, because they had big souls who liked to experience emotional lessons of the heart, not brain lessons, and a lot of learning as the current rotation of creation. These large social communes have not yet developed high technology and spacecrafts, as this rotation of creation. They lived in communities who ascended to higher dimensions of unity easily between their physical incarnations, because they had wondrous harmony and high level of fraternal brotherhood. Most of these communities experienced couple relationships with no marriage institute. They lived also in tribal communes in nature and large families. Freedom and human dignity were important to them. Some of their communities lived in open sexual relationships, without lies as in the conservative marriage. In their societies most people were beautiful and had similar level of soul development. This helped them not to be jealous, competitive, and envy at each other, while living in communities where they didn't know who was the children's fathers. These societies had great need to experience much love and freedom because they were beings of love that liked to live natural life without hard work, only a little in nature, in third dimension frequency. The previous rotations of creations to the current one experienced less suffering and no wars, because they didn't split into little soul parts as many old souls in this rotation of creation. They were not yet ready to experience the extreme duality lessons. They had higher level of morality and humanity in their way of life and loved themselves for that more than people in this rotation of creation. In the current rotation of creation, souls demonstrated great cruelty in past ages. Therefore many people's souls after death were split into small soul parts that descend and incarnated in parallel physical experiences, who don't have such power to hurt each others as in Atlantis and later. In this era most souls who are created in groups are small, in order not to have too much negative power and fit the ancient cruel souls who split into parts. However, this rotation of creation gained an excellent grade of praise due to its technology and highly developed science. In this era also high spirituality and illumination is developed in Earth and high dimensions. It is still a minority compared to all the residents of the planet and creation. My dear and beloved children, I, your Father Mother God, love you and pray for the sake of this ancient creation. I pray that you will experience balance between the development of human brain, heart, and soul. Imbalance create big ego and need to control others. Through all ages the most difficult lessons for humanity was to control of impulses, and creating good karma in human relations which ascend the soul fast toward high dimensions and liberation of incarnations. The law of karma is still important in planet Earth and all other planets of the universe. Humanity is going now through fast soul initiations and graduations. As a result, people will be free from the need to control others. They will be less emotional and economical dependent on others. This will help both genders to be free of lifelong commitment to the institution of marriage. Thereby, betrayals and lies will not be necessary, and life will be more mature and harmonious. Divinity wish now for humanity liberated in free ages from the two boggy race of life, overworked, tyrannical rule of harsh and bad leaders, and any kind of ego consciousness and spiritual arrogance in all areas of life. Also the royal government institution should end in the inhabited third dimension planets of the universe, It is not evolving to give too much honor, power and money to one person just because he born to royal family. The law of karma is still strict in this age for leaders in all areas of life, because they are not always mature, evolved souls. Through the ages, planet Earth had many unmoral political leaders, and political corruption on planet Earth, especially in America. Divinity Eyes is watching them intently. Many of the American presidents who died young and were not moral, were sent by divinity to incarnate in planet Jupiter or planet Venus, where they learn high moral lessons and humanity. Unfortunately, heads of states and military leaders who are thirsty for wars, paying big price for this also in this era in which the male ego is asked to moderate the killing instinct. Emphasis is also on people who feel superior to others due to their nationality, religion, physical beauty, fame, money, and spirituality. Creating karma of humiliating others, particularly black people and other minorities, is an extremely serious offense and considered to be very heavy karma in this age in planet Earth. After ages of suffering and abusing black people and other minorities and religious, this karma brings reincarnations of the same skin color or nationality and religious that was abused. As karmic lesson of growth, also karma with power of money in workplaces and other situations, cause people to be born the next life to poor families in poor star or area. Divinity opposes in this age any tyrannical rules. In fact, most of the famous, wealthy, corrupt movie and TV industry, and powerful elite which has monumental influence in the planet, are creating powerful karma by teaching the young generation to be unmoral and valiant. Humanity must now rise to a higher light frequency, therefore the karma they are creating is most significant. Some of these people died young and are unable to ascend to high dimensions. Often they are sent fast to incarnate in high moral stars as Jupiter and Venus to learn moral lessons. In planet Earth, most movie stars or famous singers are a bad example to mankind in this era of huge powerful media. As well, authors and well-known spiritual teachers has also much power in this era in planet Earth, and influenced many people. The divine forces in planet Earth are opposing the New Age consciousness of some spiritual leaders, who decided that the law of karma no longer exists. Also, many spiritual healers in Earth ask lots of money while not having real power to heal people in all their systems. There are many future tellers who are not connected to the light. And there are still arrogant gurus in Earth who like to have power over people and pretend as they are divine embodiments, avatars, who want people to bow before them. All these people are now on divine supervision due to the increased cases on planet Earth, and might leave the planet in young age, or the karma will return to them after this lifetime. I, God, spoke about more grace and delighting the law of karma as possible in this age, in relation to the last strict age. Yet, the morality in planet Earth society in this age is even more corrupt in some areas of life. The universe must balance itself through the law of karma, which returned in the same life or the next, or it will fail to law frequency. Due to time acceleration and the light intensification of frequency in this age, the karma can return very fast and powerfully. We have entered more freedom and illuminating era of the fifth dimension, in which also people who are not spiritual and don't believe in God should demonstrate decency, higher level of impulses, and ego control. In this age, the law of karma will no longer accept, as in the past, great brutality, fanaticism, revenge, greed, or power over others, when there are better living conditions. There are in planet Earth in the era, extensive jobs also for women, and many life opportunities. People suffer less, and technology allows more comfortable life. Therefore we expect more consideration for others and less selfishness, which create karma that pull the souls to endless incarnations. Humanity must evolve fast toward ending the physical incarnations. The only way toward that is to create less bad karma as possible. I, God, speak on behalf of the divine existence in this universe and all creation. We are awake and involved in all the physical and astral dimensions. We are graceful and don't like to judge human beings, but our will influence the law of karma in every age, in every dimension. We help people ascend to the proper dimension that fit their soul evolution and karma in the 12 dimensions of the universe. We send them to be born in time and stars according to their karma to the place and families that their karma allowed for their highest good. In planet Earth, compared to planets Venus and Jupiter, karma returns slowly in serious illnesses, harsh deaths, or the next life. In this age the divine presence in Venus and the light crossings, and the ancient creators who have presence in the lands of the third dimension stars which they have created, are trying to let go of the conservative rules from ancient times. I doubt they will be able to quickly and easily succeed, as the severity of karmic laws also depends on human behaviors. The laws of karma and moral matters are strict with women on Venus, because they are especially beautiful, tender angelic souls, and there is concern that they behave cheaply like many women of planet Earth, or exploit men because of their great beauty. Women of Venus are known to be the most beautiful angelic beings in the universe, inside and outside. The divine presence throughout the universe learn from humans the New Age lessons, and try to accept them. We are growing and evolving in each age with you and thanks to you, human beings. We are doing the best we can according to our understanding and the need of all creation evolution. My dear and beloved children, bright light workers, industrious and important, warriors of human liberation in all eras. You are loved in my heart and soul for eternal eons. I am your God, worship the greatness of your lessons, I worship the greatness of your souls, the nature of your life in light and darkness, in every dimension that you choose. I am amazed by the lessons you are experiencing in the duality dimensions through all your incarnations on many planets and universes. I am blessing you, my beloved gods and goddesses, for safe ascension. I wish you ages of freedom and bliss, happiness, great economic and emotional welfare. I am grateful to you for your great contributions to humanity in creation. I spread my great protection wings toward you with grace and mercy, for your union with your brothers and sisters in all the sanctified times and dimensions to the transcendent divine presence. Love yourselves and others as I, your God, love you unconditionally, although we, the divine forces in all the stars and dimensions of creation are watching over your karma and put our signatures in your books of life in the Akashic libraries. I am with you and for you, waiting for your return home to the heart of the ancient divine crown and kingdom. I am your God, one heart and soul with you. We are one whole and sacred light consciousness in any realm and time, a unified divine family are growing to its greatness. Be blessed and sanctified. I am God. Amen.